and it looked like new information has been revealed about Caitlin Clark's future contract with the Indiana Fever.
Clark has already changed the rules governing women's basketball, but what if I told you that her? Could there be a revolutionary twist in the rookie contract? Recently, the Indiana Fever disclosed surprising new details about her future, and it's a significant move for the WNBA that goes beyond just statistics. Could Clark force the league to drastically change its rules and shatter wage records? This story is about the WNBA's future as opposed to just one person. You'll see why the sports world is talking about Clark's deal by the time this video ends.
Keep telling everybody, Caitlin Clark's new contract is already in the works, bruh. The Indiana Fever is not wasting no time with making sure they dot their I's and cross all the T's when it comes to keeping Caitlin Clark on this Indiana Fever basketball team.
The Indiana Fever are under pressure to ensure Clark stays with the team because of her indisputable influence on the WNBA. Her rookie pay of only $76,535 is obviously insufficient for her true worth. The league is facing an unprecedented scenario. One participant who produces more money, attention, and buzz than entire teams put together. They might be working on a groundbreaking contract in the background, based on recent disclosures from the feverish camp. The worst thing, though, is that they're having problems because of outdated league rules.
We know she's still on a rookie contract for the next couple years. But one thing I can tell you that I know definitively is that the organization is working on a massive contract for Caitlin Clark's future contract.
The numbers are correct. Clark is responsible for 26% of all WNBA activity this season. Think about a rookie straight carries more than 25% of the league's earnings on her ERS after graduating from college. Throughout, 1 in 6 tickets were sold. Her name is closely associated with the WNBA. She's a phenomenon and more than simply a player, and the Fever knows they cannot be willing to lose her.
Now, we know Caitlin Clark is ultimately going to be the person to yay or nay whatever solution they come up with. So they got to do everything in their best interest to get ahead of this thing way before it ever comes up. So word on the street is that the Indiana Fever is putting together proposals and putting together different things under the WNBA rules that they can for Caitlin Clark's new contract.
The Fever drew more than 300,000 spectators to their games this season alone, a first for any WNBA team. Has accomplished such a feat with Clark at the top of the charts. Merchandise sales increased by 500%. The league is selling out of her jersey before it can be replenished. Furthermore, viewership rose by an incredible 300%, with 45% of those viewers paying particular attention to Fever games. These figures apply to more than simply basketball.
All of this is about getting Caitlin Clark's new contract done. They get her contract done, seal and deliver the future of this organization.
But this is the problem. The WNBA's collective bargaining agreement, regardless of Clark's value. Under the present CBA, the Fever is imprisoned by a system that was established long before a player of her caliber arrived, which limits what teams may offer and caps rookie salary. At most, Clark might earn $241,000. In contrast, that is negligible to the things she is bringing in. The Fever is known to Clark and the league, but the rules remain the same. Thus, everyone is searching desperately for solutions based on the data that was made public. To ensure that Clark stays in Indianapolis, the Fever is investigating every possibility, creative incentives they're considering, about anything from sponsorship tie-ins to performance bonuses. Yet even these efforts feel similar to bandages applied to a much bigger lesion. There are significant issues with the league's compensation structure, given Clark's remarkable performance is emphasizing how outdated it truly is. The economic impact she has had on Indianapolis should not be disregarded. Sources claim that her mere presence has generated an estimated $36 million, which is the same as hosting important occasions such as the NC Final Four. In addition to lowering the city's fever, Clark is earning less than many corporate entry-level positions. This divide is inevitable and is sparking a long overdue conversation. Clark's rookie contract, earning $338,000 over 4 years, is ridiculous in comparison to the NBA. The top pick in the 2024 NBA draft, Victor Wanyama, is earning $13 million in his first year alone. Almost 40 times more than what Clark would get during her debut season. This discrepancy is shocking and poses significant queries. The Fever has a short window of opportunity because the CBA is set to expire in 2025 to advocate for modifications that would enable them to present Clark with a contract commensurate with her accomplishments. But the longer this goes on, the more danger Clark faces because transformation takes time, and time isn't on their side. Might search for alternative options. How can the WNBA hope to draw in and keep elite players when Why are there so few financial incentives, playing in a rival league overseas, or possibly moving abroad? The ripple effect is the most amazing thing about the WNBA. Clark's achievements go beyond her IT has to do with what she represents for women's basketball in general. She has shown that there is a market for this sport, and if given the opportunity, fans will come and pay money. However, if the league is unable to adapt, it runs the risk of wasting the momentum she's gained in this new reality. This isn't only a WNBA problem, let's be honest. It has to do with sports, the topic of how we value women's sports, and the athletes who dedicate their lives is a social issue. For them, life is essential. How is it possible for a player who has contributed so much to her league to earn less than the typical American household earnings? Clark's story is a microcosm of a larger issue that requires immediate attention. Clark must be locked in for the long term by the WNBA, but they are hindered by a system that wasn't designed with players in mind. Similar to her, according to the material that was released, they are trying really hard to find a solution, but the odds are stacked against them. The Fever may have a difficult time retaining their star player unless the WNBA is prepared to alter its compensation structure, content, and they can't afford to take that chance. The upcoming years will be critical for Clark's career as well as for the league's future as well. Caitlin Clark is a walking brand in addition to being a once-in-a-generation player, a commercial powerhouse, and a brilliant illustration of the potential of women's basketball. But considering the league's present limitations, it's unclear if the WNBA will be able to swiftly adjust to ensure her future, or if it will allow her to elude its fingers. Let's look at why this is such an urgent situation. Clark's influence extends well beyond the court. We are discussing a player who has raised league-wide TV viewing by 300%. Just Fever games are responsible for 45% of the broadcast value of the WNBA. This is due to more than just her skill as a basketball player. Fans will pay to see her because of her intriguing play style, confidence, and distinctive presence. The Fever are not merely reliant on. They rely on her not only to win games, but also to sustain the team. In a league where financial challenges are prevalent, having a talent such as Clark is essential. Here's the issue, though. Jersey is always sold out and has a significant advantage in league retail sales. The Fever can't simply open their wallets and hand her verify her true value. Even the most beneficial things that teams may give are restricted by the WNBA's collective bargaining agreement. Players and salary caps. The Fever's camp's leaked material demonstrates how desperate they are to hold on to her. There are rumors that they are investigating every possible possibility to offer Clark rewards. It would make her stay worthwhile. Bonuses for performance equity in the team's support collaborations. Each of these choices are present, but they may not be enough. The league itself needs to step in and change its rules if it seeks to retain a player of Clark's caliber. It's not only about Clark, either. Her situation acts as a barometer test for the WNBA's future because it might lose its top players if it can't figure out how to pay them decently to rival leagues or opportunities elsewhere. This is real. It's not just conjecture. Athletes such as Diana Taurasi and, during their off-seasons, Breanna Stewart is renowned for performing across Europe and Asia, where they could earn significantly more money than they make in the WNBA. It is impossible to overestimate Clark's influence on the economy. She made $36 in her first season. Million just for the city of Indianapolis. This covers hotel reservations in addition to ticket purchases, restaurant income, and the expansion of local businesses. For a city such as Indianapolis, which has long been proud to be, it would be sad to lose Clark, a center for athletics,